Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of TJ and the Grumpy Old Man podcast. I'm your host, SunX, and with me today, as always, is our sports analyst and expert, the Grumpy Old Man. They say there's no shame in his game because he is always the same.
I want that intro to have a little bit more inflection. It just sounds like you're reading it off a piece of paper, X.
I can do that next time. I can definitely read it off.
Really? So that's as much life as you can.
I can do it even worse next time.
Hard to believe, X.
Hard to believe.
Impossible.
So, got to get some housekeeping before we start the show. If you guys like the content, and even if you don't, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that jazz, so that way we can get this podcast out to the masses. And also, if you like the content here, we shoot for this show to happen every Sunday night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then also, if you guys like the content here, we do have another show called the Islanders Never Say Die podcast. We shoot for that to be on every Wednesday night at about 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, Grumpy.
Yeah.
As the title of our show says today, NFL Preseason is officially started. Are you excited for the NFL season?
No. I'm not. I don't know what it is. Just not super excited for NFL season so far this year. Just not.
Would you say it's the rookies that have come in that you're just not excited about, or?
I think because my little granddaughter moved into town. Just
So
not paying as much.
Okay.
I'm kind of like
your time's invested in different things.
in other things. Yes.
Gotcha.
But that doesn't mean that I can't be an expert.
I don't know. If you're not fully in, are you really considered an expert?
And I'm still in mourning from the death of the Hulkster a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago. But anyway, we are going to get into some content here, Grumpy. I don't know if you saw, but over the weekend, there was a pretty incredible thing that happened in the NFL. Let me remove the banner here. 1 second. Can you see that all right, Grumpy?
So we're jumping right into football, okay?
We're jumping right into football. I just got NFL preseason is officially started, so we're going into football.
Okay.
So, Grumpy, I don't know if you saw this, but take you a look here.
I didn't see it, but I heard of it. And
that was a 70-yard field goal attempt.
That's a hell of a kick.
The longest kick in NFL history.
I mean, that's some kick right there. I mean, that kid, I don't know if you could show it in slow-mo.
I can.
I mean, he put everything into that. I mean, he's like swinging that leg around.
Yeah.
I just wonder how much it cleared by.
It looked like it was good by a good bit.
All right. No, not that much.
I guess not. I thought it hit the net in the back.
I'll say 70 is his range, right?
Yes. Yeah. I'd say that's probably his max. Well, at least off of that kick, right?
Okay. Long story short, preseason, practice, regular season. That's a hell of a kick.
Absolutely. Do you think – now let me ask this.
Do I think he won the job? Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, obviously. But I was going to say, now back in the day, would you say that you would have ever thought in your lifetime that you would have seen somebody hit a 70-yard field goal?
How far back in the day?
Let's say when you were around my age, right? Would you say that you would have ever thought you'd see somebody hit a 70-yard kick?
No.
Why do we think that's happening?
I think remember the kickers are able to doctor their balls how they want them. They have kicking balls, which are different than regulation balls. I think that helps. I just think the kickers are more athletic now than they used to be. I mean, I don't know. I mean, remember Jason Elam was hitting big long kicks up in Denver. They've been some. I just remember when I was a kid.
Denver, I could understand it because of the the altitude, and balls travel a lot further there.
Okay, I'm just going to say when I was a kid, I remember Tom Dempsey breaking the all-time record with a 63-yard kick. Like, oh man, no one's going to break that. He was a kicker for the New Orleans Saints. They beat Detroit 19-17 in that game, and he only had like half of his kicking foot. And
he would just use the front of his foot and just ram into it, right? He just kicked it with his toe, right?
Right. He was a straight-on
He was
kicker.
missing his toes, but
Right. He was a straight-on kicker, but he also only had half of a foot and half of an arm. And that one just cleared. If you ever see the YouTube highlights of it, I mean, that thing just cleared by like that much.
yeah,
But that was like incredible.
He was carried. That was it.
He was carried off the field for a 1970 victory. It's when the Saints were really, really bad. And that was incredible. And then nobody came close for a long, long time. I think Jason Elam is the one who broke that record. When he played, I don't know if he played for Denver or if he came into Denver to kick it. I want to say he played for Denver. And now you're seeing guys the last few years kicking really long-range kicks. I don't know what the reason is. Maybe because the NFL, they're just using kicking balls. So maybe they shoot a little, like what's that?
Inflate gate? You think
like,
that?
yeah, what's that stuff?
Helium?
Helium, that's it.
Yeah,
so I mean,
inflate
could have little helium in there. I mean, you ever see him bounce the ball? It's kind of like woo, hangs in the air a little.
It's almost like it's on a trampoline, right?
Kind of like that, maybe a little bit.
Okay, so we think a little inflate gate time.
Okay, but nothing to take away from that kick.
No, absolutely not. Crazy kick. I was just gonna say I didn't think I'd ever see somebody hit a 70-yard kick. And now I'm kind of thinking to myself, like, all right, when is 80 coming?
Well,
when's an 80-yard kick coming?
Okay, the only time you're ever going to try something like that is at the end of the half or the end of the game. You're not going to see that you'd be giving the team a ball at your 40. If you
exactly. Phenomenal field position. I do understand, but I'm just saying in a preseason game,
yeah,
they let somebody go out there and test an 80-yard kick, I think, and I'm just waiting to see somebody hit that.
Jacksonville, why not?
Yeah. Yep.
Why not?
100%. All right, next thing we got to show here, Grumpy. I don't know if you know who this is. Do you know what team's playing here?
Giants and the Bills. You know how I can tell?
How can you tell?
The little header at the top there says NYG3
scoreboard.
Buffalo 0.
All right. So we're gonna go into this clip, and I'll make it slow mo because I know.
Yeah, just put like at half speed.
I know you'll struggle watching it. So here we go. This is Jackson Dart, a quarterback, by the way.
Took a shot there.
What a throw!
Nice throw and catch.
What a throw!
Okay, the safety. If the safety had any type of cover, I don't even know. Can we rewind that to the beginning? Did he look off the safety? Nope. I don't know what the hell the safety was doing over the top. I don't know where he was. Who's that? 13?
I guess it was number 3.
Number 3. Is that Hamlin guy?
I don't know if it's Damar Hamlin. I'm not sure.
Well, I could make a joke, but I'm not going to. But that's his guy. Safety high like that, he should be over there making that play.
Doesn't take anything away from the throw, though. It was a beautiful throw.
No, and he took a shot on that. Yep. Good for Jackson Dart. I thought he was pretty good last year for Ole Miss. We had a couple of games where he wasn't great. Against the Florida game, made some mistakes, but
yeah, that was the worst game he played all year. Was the Florida game?
I think the Giants made a good selection picking him in the first round. There are other quarterbacks, rookie quarterbacks, who look pretty well too. Of course, we want to caution everyone. It's week 1 in the preseason. It means nothing, of course. He took a shot there and he hung in there, didn't bail out. Nice catch there. Who made that catch?
Not sure. Number 81.
It's not Amani Toomer. I know it's not Amani Toomer, but whoever number 81 is, still nice catch. Nice play. And the Giants, I think they beat the Bills too. But if that's Damar Hamlin, number 3, that's terrible coverage. Terrible.
It's Lil Jordan Humphrey. That's who number 80.
Okay, Lil Jordan Humphrey. Okay.
And then who is it? Number 3.
Cornerback just got beat. Lil Jordan Humphrey's pretty big. And
number 3 on the Bills is Damar Hamlin.
Okay.
It is.
There's a reason why he should not be a starter. Feel good story. Yes. But if that's their starter, and he might not be the starter. He might be back up. Looking just at the time on the clock, 11:59 in the second period. It probably means the starters are out. Josh Allen didn't play at all yesterday. So I don't know how much their starters.
I don't blame them for not playing Josh Allen. Why would you risk it?
Yeah, right? But what I'm saying is, if Damar Hamlin's on the second team, okay, you can live. He's not going to be out there hurting you on a down-by-down basis, injuries notwithstanding. He shouldn't be a starter. I didn't think he should have been starting last year. He hurt them defensively, and he's hurting them against the Giants. So
let's get into some comments, Grumpy.
Okay. James Farrell says, hi, guys. I'm watching the Yankees old-timers game. Did you know Roger Clemens pitched for the Bananas last year? I did not know that.
Yep.
Now, did you hear that Mariano Rivera tore his Achilles in the old-timers game?
Oh, God.
I mean, if I'm not going back to any more of those.
Well, yeah, probably. Or I go back when I ain't playing.
think about the rehab process he's got.
That's going to do for a torn Achilles for a guy his age. Yeah, it's going to be tough.
I don't remember missing any time with the Yankees ever.
Well, age is undefeated, right?
And he played the old-timers game. Old-timers game.
Yeah.
Which is like, hey, we're playing out in the backyard on Thanksgiving.
Just chilling,
You should not be tearing anything. Alexander, our old buddy, says, and talking about that field goal, that's awesome. Too bad it's not going to count. It's still a nice kick.
Give me credit. What? We all saw it. We all witnessed it, right? So to me, it counts. But I know
Alexander adds, what's up, Sun X and Grumpy?
What's up?
Help out Lowe's well with you, Alexander. JP says, still 7 yards. Holy cow. Do you know who used to say holy cow during telecasts? Holy cow, he hit another one. No. Phil Rizzuto.
Okay.
Phil Rizzuto. Alexander adds, Sebastian Janikowski. Remember him? I remember him. Raiders used a first-round draft pick on him. Alexander says, it was in Denver, Grump. I think he's talking about Jason Elam, which I don't know if he played in Denver or not, if he played for Denver or not.
All right, Grumpy.
Okay. That's right. The People's Champion. The People's Champion is back.
I have to look. I got to find his speech. Did you hear the line that he had about the Jets in his speech?
He shredded the Jets.
Oh, my God. He said, he's like, now the Jets will have something to throw their beer cans at. And he said, as they're leaving the game at halftime.
He said, no, in the third quarter. Hold on, maybe
halftime. Yeah, I was like, what a savage. But yes, they broke out the Tom Brady statue at Gillette Stadium, which we knew it was inevitable that this was going to happen.
Okay. What do you think of the statue?
I think it looks good. I feel like the face really doesn't look like him.
I mean, is there anything? I think it looks like him.
A little bit.
You don't think that looks like him at all?
I can't zoom in anymore, Grump.
I think it does. I mean, I think it looks like him. I was wondering, maybe he should have been holding a Lombardi trophy in one hand.
There we go.
What if he was holding a Lombardi trophy in one hand? What do you think?
I mean, like in the statue?
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Or had the Lombardi trophies underneath him that he won, like kind of by his feet, No,
I think holding one is better. And maybe then
they could have Super Bowls down there underneath him.
And you know what they could have done, since he won so many Super Bowls? Instead of them putting like a chain around it, they could just put Super Bowls around it to keep people from climbing up on the trophy because he won so many.
Did they put chains around it?
No, probably not. No,
they usually don't do that.
No, they usually don't do that. I'm going to bet you a lot of Patriots fans take pictures with that, though.
I'm going to guarantee you a lot of Patriots fans take pictures with that. I'm going to tell you a lot. Probably majority of the people who go to that stadium, even non-fans, will take pictures with that.
I agree. As statues go, I thought it was pretty good. That's all I'll say.
Grumpy, this is something that's kind of funny that happened.
And can I just say one thing about the Patriots? Boy, they looked awful darn good against Washington.
They did, and who was it? Trayvon Henderson.
He got a touchdown return. He ran the ball hard. He only had, I think, one rush and a kickoff return for a touchdown.
He looked really good.
And a pass. He was good at Ohio State.
He was the one who had that. He was the one who had that that screen pass for that touchdown right before
halftime against Texas.
Yep.
Ramondre Stevenson, watch your butt, buddy. This kid's coming to take your job.
Trayvon Henderson, something.
He finishes his runs.
Yep. Yeah, I saw he absolutely concussed.
Yeah,
I think he concussed the corner on one of his runs. Yeah, knocked him right out.
I don't think it was a corner. I thought it was a safety.
Corner, safety, secondary guy concussed him. Yeah, I did see that. I did
Yeah,
see.
I mean, he lowered the boom on him.
Yeah.
Guys like that don't last long, but they're fun to watch while
they
they're
are fun to watch. Now, Grumpy, this will make you laugh, and I'll put this in slow motion.
Is that CeeDee Lamb?
This is CeeDee Lamb.
Ooh, look
for
at
the
me.
Dallas Cowboys.
Look at me.
I don't know if you've seen this.
I have not. I've not seen anything. It's like, throw it to me.
He's celebrating. He's like, yes, sir. It's going to be wide open. Oh, my God. He gets lit up by the official.
Okay.
Oh,
that's pass interference, too. I wonder if there was a call on that, because there absolutely should have been a call. That's pass interference. Right? Just continue watching the play. This guy's wide open. Dude, first of all, why are you on the sidelines? That's a pretty nice form tackle by that ref.
Oh, my God.
But it's absolutely pass interference, too.
So the good news for people who are interested in fantasy sports, he is fine. He's not injured. He was laughing on the sidelines after it happened.
Okay.
But I just thought that was funny and got absolutely lit up on the sidelines. I just thought that was hilarious. Just the way that his hat pops off of his head when he's getting hit from behind like that, and he got completely blindsided. I just thought it was hilarious.
Oh, poor CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, he's taking shots.
Cowboys are going to suck this year.
All right, Grumpy, we got some more comments here.
Freedom Fund Adventure says, boy, it is so nice to hear the national media praising the Islanders, Matthew P.T. Darsh, and the results the team is getting. Okay. I think they're praising the Islanders because it's always been like communist Russia in that organization for the last number of years. No communication at all. And Darsh is talking to the press. I like some of the outside moves he did, bringing in Jonathan Drouin. But to me, you oversigned, you paid too much for Alexander Romanov, not needed. Signing Kyle Palmieri back was a mistake. And the team has had no results. They haven't even had training camp yet. Same head coach. It's basically the same lineup. Who knows what we're going to see when the season starts? I'm interested to see what they do. I mean, they bring in the Shabanov kid. I mean, but who knows? Nobody knows yet. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Freedom Fund Adventure adds that official hitting CeeDee Lamb is probably the hardest hit he's taken in years. Probably so.
He did get lit up. He got blindsided. Grumpy, I don't know if you can you see that all right?
No. Jackson Dart. Does it say shined? Okay.
Shined in his NFL debut. 12 for 19, 178 total yards and one touchdown.
That's grammatically incorrect. Shines in his NFL debut. That's what it should say.
Okay. I'm just letting you know what it says. It says shined. So.
Okay.
And I was just pulling up his stats for you.
I mean, you can use shined, but shines actually seems better.
I didn't know if you saw the stats that he put up.
Again, I don't know if he played. He didn't start the game. Russell Wilson looked really good too. If you put up Russell Wilson's stats, I think he was 6 for 7.
I did not see Russell Wilson's stats.
I mean, I don't know if Buffalo played any starters in that game. I just, like I said, they show the replays and I popped it on. It was the second quarter. Or I don't know. I know that Josh Allen didn't play. James Cook is on his holdout, his extended holdout. He didn't play. I don't know how many
looks like this played. Is Russell Wilson's stats. He went 6 for 7, 28 passing yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Led the offense to a field goal. Very solid first showing for Big Blue.
Right. And, probably a lot of dump offs, 6 passes, completed for
28 yards. It's like a lot of dump offs.
4.3 yards. And what was Jackson Dart's stats again?
Yeah, give me
12 for 19. How many yards?
12 for 19, 178, and 1 touchdown.
Okay. That first one, the touchdown was what? 50-something yards? I'm just looking at the touchdown.
30 or 40 yards. I don't think it was 50-yard throw.
Okay.
Not a 50-yard throw.
Okay. Well, a lot of incompletions, which, here's the thing. It's his first game. So kudos for him. He's not going to start. He will not start. I like the Giants quarterback room this year. Is it wrong for me to say that?
Yeah. Now, one quarterback room I'm concerned for is the Browns. You have 6 quarterbacks.
That's fine. Do you have anything on any other Giant quarterbacks?
I think this was it for the Giant quarterbacks. Which quarterback were you looking at getting some information on? I'm guessing, does his name rhyme with?
It's Jameis Winston. I'm not going to try to give you a time to butcher some type of half-handed, use a different name thing to make it work for you. Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I don't think we have anything particularly on him.
I sent you something.
Well, if you don't send it to the right place, it ain't getting put up.
There was a thing
where he hit the crossbar.
Yes.
But
and it gets a practice. I thought it was great.
Let me see if I can find it.
It's everywhere. It's viral. Viral X. Jameis Winston. Boy, your keyboard is really loud. You make a lot like. Can you hear that, X? I'm X.
All right, here it is, Grumpy. I will play it for you, okay?
Yeah, pull it up. I think the people want to see that. Let the whole thing play out. Dayball talking to the.
I will.
Here we go.
Good work. Good work. Again, something accomplished here. All right, here's the deal. All right, all 4 quarterbacks are going to have a chance. If he hits the crossbar, then walkthrough's done tonight. Hey,
can we phone a friend?
There's no, don't negotiate with me, Dexter. All right. All right, Jameis is up.
Hey, but I do want to tell y'all we got Bible study at 3:30 during the snack period, and y'all faith is going to determine me hitting this. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all already know. All right, who going to Bible study? Who going to Bible study?
How do you not root for Jameis Winston?
I think you do. He seems like a good guy.
He seems so genuine.
Yep.
I root for him. I root for him. The People's Champion. Of course, is he a great player? Nah, because if he was, the People's Champion wouldn't have come in and won a Super Bowl with that same roster that he had the year before. They were 7-9, and he threw 30 interceptions. But that being said, we've seen him at the Super Bowl. We see him in Cleveland. He's just a genuine guy. I root hard for Jameis Winston. I'd love this. Would it bother me if he led the Giants to a Super Bowl victory? I'd love it.
I'd be happy if he did. That would be awesome.
I think it would be a great story.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, but still, I root for him. I like him a lot. Oh, who's this?
This is a running back for the Bills.
Saying he'll look like no kicker to me.
He's not.
Is this James Cook?
But he still hits the kick.
Okay. Oh, what's is that Ray Davis?
I think
so. I guess they didn't even play their kicker, or are they going without a kicker?
Ray Davis.
Oh, look at that! I knew my Davis, didn't I? Ray Davis.
That is right. You did.
Yeah. Good for him.
It's his kick.
Was it the prettiest kick in the world? Nope.
No, it was not.
Nope.
But just thought that was interesting. We can get some more comments here.
Freedom from Revenge says, Grumpy, what is your background? Russian? You've got some Pravada level spin sometimes. I sent Sunx 2 articles on Darsh's efficiency. Islanders' best contracts are all Darsh. Islanders never email. I think TJ's in charge of that still.
He is in charge of that.
Okay. So he's probably saving that up for the Islanders podcast, I'll be honest with you.
I will say that he is definitely probably saving that one for the Islanders show on Wednesday.
And actually, I do have a little Russian in my background, but not enough to say that I work for Pravda or anything like that. Like, you know how they have, well, one of my grandparents was like, I don't know, 1/8 Russian. So go figure that out. Or a quarter Russian. It doesn't make it where it's enough for me.
All right, Grumpy. This is Abdul Carter, all right?
Abdul Carter.
He looks really, the guy from Penn State.
Number 0?
The edge rusher, yes.
Okay.
Yes, he looks really, really good.
Good pick by the Giants.
The one who wanted Lawrence Taylor's number, and Lawrence Taylor pretty much told him to F off.
Says, no, you're a 0. That's what you get.
Yeah.
0's flashy enough.
Or sorry, he's not number 0. My fault. Number 51.
Okay. He's got to break down. He's got to make that play. That first one in particular, he had
The
to
second
make it.
one, you mean?
Right here. Well, okay, this one here.
The
He's got to do. He's got to do better there. But okay, what is he consistently doing?
Getting pressure to the quarterback every
Absolutely,
single
he's
play.
beating his guy.
Every play.
He's beating his guy.
Absolutely.
So he's going to be somebody,
a force to be reckoned with.
He's going to be somebody that you must game plan for to some extent, for certain. Great. I thought the Giants had a great draft last year. Patriots had a great draft. I think those two teams did extremely well.
I thought the Giants had a lot of really good players.
And if the dark kid pans out, it was a really good draft, even better. Yeah. Alexander says, everything is great, Sun X and Grumpy. Thanks for asking, guys. And he did play in Denver when he hit that 60-yard. Okay. He was. Okay. I know he played for a lot of teams. I knew he hit it in Denver. He had a couple in Denver, over 60, like 63, 64, whatever it was. But I didn't remember if he was playing for Denver at that time. Jason Hill was a good kicker for a lot of years. Alexander had CD Lamb getting trucked by that ref is absolute gold. First of all, why is he on the sideline? Why is he in the white area when he's not playing?
I don't know. I thought him getting hit was absolutely. It looked like something you would see on like a comic strip or something. Like it looked like something you'd see in a cartoon. Like the way that he gets like hit and his whole entire body like flips backwards and his hat pops off his head. It was, I don't know. I just thought it was really funny. And I think it was more funny because he didn't get hurt.
Yeah, if he would have got hurt,
then it would have been like, oh, good God. Like, yeah, not especially if you're a Dallas fan, not good.
Where's the get back guy?
Yeah, I don't know. Paying attention to the coach, I guess. I don't know. I'm not
maybe
sure.
The players have so much power now and they make so much money that you can't tell them to get back. They do whatever they want.
Could be.
Never know. Freedom for the Wrench says, okay, gentlemen, give the audience what we want. Give us some TJ funny stories.
I don't have any, Grumpy. You might have to think of one.
Oh, there's a lot of funny TJ stories. I'm just trying to think something recent. I don't know. The baby climbing over his belly. That was funny.
Well, that's always funny.
I mean, she had to pack a lunch.
That's always funny. But in the time being, we will play ourselves another clip, Grump.
Here we go. The Redskin, or Washington, whatever they call themselves now, and the New England Patriots. Commanders, right? Commanders.
Yep. Says the Jaden Daniels sophomore slump begins.
That's not Jaden Daniels throwing the ball.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. That was not Jaden Daniels.
Or
His
15?
number is not 15. He's not white, and he doesn't have short hair. Or he didn't last year. I like Jaden Daniels. I know you and TJ don't think he's very good. I think he's very good. That's not him.
Okay, well, that was one that TJ posted. So,
well, see, he's trying to spread that propaganda.
Set me up for failure, that guy. Can you believe
he's
that?
Trying to spread that propaganda. That's not him. That? Go back. What's his number? 15? That's not Jaden Daniels' number. It wasn't 15.
15. I'm looking it up right now on the roster. That's Sam Hartman. That TJ set me up for failure.
Sam Hartman played for, who did he play for? Notre Dame?
Notre Dame. Yeah, Notre Dame. I cannot believe he's still in the league.
Yeah, well, he won't be after throws like that. I mean, he telegraphs it. I mean, maybe not, but still, that was never happening. So many guys over there. Safety read his eyes. That's just not a good throw. Wide receiver did his no favors, not coming back on the ball. I know it was a 3rd down and 15, and you got to get to the sticks, but a pick is worse than an incomplete pass.
So TJ set me up for failure over here.
I'm not surprised.
I think he's just jealous of my success. That's what it is.
Now, do you think that Washington's going to take a little step back? Do you think they're going to be a NFC championship game team this year? Probably not. I mean, everything kind of worked out for them, like with the Washington Capitals last year. Everything worked out. Every move they made, every player they picked up, very few injuries. Everything worked for them last year. Will they be as good this year as last year? Probably not. And the same thing with Washington. I just want to call them the Redskins. Sorry. And if I call them the Redskins, just excuse me. It's just what
that's what they were for years before.
And the Chargers, I still call the Chargers San Diego, and they haven't been there for years.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Or like Oakland, right? I'm going to call the Athletics. I'll always call them the Oakland Athletics because that's where they played my entire life growing up. It's a force of habit. It's something that you've done for forever, and you just can't.
Okay.
It's just different.
On a local note, I was calling the Hornets when they changed their name, Charlotte Hornets, to Charlotte Bobcats. I called them the Charlotte Hornets every single year until
they changed
the last year they moved to New Orleans, and I started calling them the Bobcats, and then they were back being the Hornets again. So it's like I just can't win. It takes me a lot of years to
figure it out beforehand.
It just does.
But I have heard they are potentially thinking about bringing the name back.
I don't think anyone is
I have
harmed
seen
by it.
Stories of that there are talks of them possibly bringing the name back.
So
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yep. Freedom Fund Red says, Grumpy, do you feel you have been too comfy with that fancy new couch? Were you at your best when you had the uncomfortable former couch? No, I don't think the couch has anything to do with it. Nothing. I think there's no couch-related comfort insecurities at all. JP says, how does anyone explain the Milwaukee Brewers? Pat Murphy must be Billy Martin, Casey Stengel, and Tony La Russa all rolled into one. They're rolling right now. I think right now they're playing the best baseball in the major leagues.
Happens. Teams get hot.
Would it bother you if they won a World Series?
No.
Not at all.
No. I don't want the Dodgers winning again.
Yeah, I'd absolutely root for them if they had a shot to win. They had never won. Ever.
I don't want the deferred Dodgers to win again. No interest in that.
I like that. The deferred Dodgers. I like it. They've been really, really good. Good for them. Wickerman says, what if Dak led the Cowboys to a Super Bowl? I think Dak Prescott's a very nice guy. I don't dislike him. I just think they're a dysfunctional team. That's the biggest issue.
I think Dak Prescott is a very good regular season player, and that's it. As soon as it comes to playoff time, boop, goes into his shell and cannot perform. I think he's won 2 playoff games his entire career. Sorry.
All right. I mean, like I said, I just think as an organization, no, they're not winning. Alexander says, future Islander Kaprizov is coming to the Islanders. If Kirill Kaprizov comes to the Islanders, that's a real steal for them.
He's the guy from
Minnesota,
right? Yeah, the winger.
That would classify as the biggest signing in the history of the New York Islanders franchise as a free agent. The Islanders have never signed a marquee free agent in 30
He's young too.
Yeah.
He's pretty young.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that happen.
They've never signed an elite level free agent ever in their history. Never, ever. That would be a great signing if they signed him. There's a lot of guys available as of right now in the free agent market for next year. You're going to see that get whittled down as the off season and the regular season progress. You're just going to see that. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near. The salary cap is going up. And what did you see this year with the salary cap going up a big chunk of money? Teams kept their own players. Yep. They didn't let them hit free agency.
They had the ability to do so.
Right, because they had money. So, and the Islanders have money. Carolina's got money. A lot of teams have money. But they'd rather keep their own guys than have to replace. That's what every team would like to do. Freedom Fund Adventure goes, Son X, I'm rooting for you, but what is with never sending out notifications for the show? I thankfully wanted to listen to the Dolphins recap.
I know. I got to figure out how to do I've never done a tweet before, so I got to figure out how to do a tweet.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how TJ put out the notifications in the past.
You just pop out a tweet saying, hey, blah, blah, blah show tonight at 8.
Tweet, nothing else.
I don't know. That's you got to do something.
Okay. All right. Well, I will try and put a tweet out like an hour before the show starts from now on.
Or 2 hours. Do one 3 hours, 2 hours. Hey, 3 hour countdown of the show. Hey, 2 hour count. Hey, what? Hey, the show is starting now. What the heck?
All right. I'll put them out from here on out. Noted.
Wickerman says, does Sun-X have any card stories like TJ had with Lastings Village?
I don't think I have any stories that were as bad as that one.
Okay. I'm going to say any stories where you spend ridiculous monies on cards, absolutely classify. And I don't want you to embarrass yourself because people laugh at you.
No, I don't think I've ever had a story where I spent ridiculous money on a card that a player wasn't good or never panned out. I've never done that.
Okay.
Never done that. I've never done. I usually will wait till somebody shows promise and then I'll get their card.
So you didn't just pick a card because, I like the way that card looks and he's a Met prospect. So I'm just going to urinate.
Even if it's a player who plays on my favorite team, if they're a prospect and I have no idea how they're going to perform, no, I don't take the risk. I'd rather get in late and know what I'm getting than to try and be the first on the bandwagon.
I think actually, I don't know if this is true, but that was the highest dollar amount paid for any Lastings Village card ever. $60.
Oh, it probably was. It probably was.
$60.
Honestly, yeah. I agree.
I mean, I don't think. Well, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Alexander says, Abdul Carter is going to be really good for the Giants, and the Giants' defense will be good. I mean, okay, their line should be better. You got Thibodeau, you got Carter, you got
Dexter Lawrence, and Abdul Carter now. Yeah, their line's going to be really something to be weary of.
It should be better.
Yes,
it should be better. Can they engage in the run? Can he stop the run? I think you don't want him just being a third down guy. Can you play out there for 3 downs? Can you be a 3-down rush edge guy?
I think he proved it in college.
Okay, but that's the next thing. I mean, I think he can too, but it's usually, unless you're Lawrence Taylor, there's usually a learning curve for stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe Lawrence Taylor will decide to give him his number.
No, that's never.
I'm going to say that will never happen.
Freedom of Adventure says 2 items on Tom Brady. I actually do like and admire him. Apparently, he wore out Kim Kardashian throwing herself at him, and he sidestepped her fat ass like a blitzing defensive tackle. His statue came out well.
I thought.
X, would you take a run at Kim Kardashian? You had the chance. I know fiance wise not in the room. She doesn't listen to the show.
Not my cup of tea. No.
Okay. All right.
No.
All right. Meatball Parm says, "Good evening, gents." X, look at you, boy.
I know. Look at my physique. I'm looking great.
That's actually better than you look in real life.
It is true. There we go. That is true. That's good. I need that Photoshop. I need put the muscles on.
Alexander says, you know who else was a really good kicker? Old Infomate. Oh, Olindo Mare. Yeah, he was okay.
Spell check got him.
James Farrell says, Grumpy, what's going wrong with the Yankees and the Mets? For the Yankees, they're improperly built. And they're slumping right now. Aaron Judge was injured for a while, just exposed and he's a regular season guy. That's what he is. Really good, outstanding, elite regular season guy. They're just poorly put together. I've said it for years. Poorly constructed. The Mets, I don't know. Juan Soto has not had a great year this year. Their pitching staff, their starters are just okay. Nothing special about them. I'm surprised. I mean, I think they're still in first place. Are they not, X?
Who? The Yankees?
The Yankees are absolutely not. The Yankees might be in third place now in the East.
Let me look it up here.
I don't know if you can look up the wild card. If you go up standings and then the wild card. I think the Mets are in first. I don't know if the Phillies have overtaken them or not. The Braves have been down all year. I mean, that division's there for the taking. And the Mets were hot for a while, really hot. But every team goes through stretches, right?
All right, here we go. I'm about to share it with you here. Oh, hold on.
Okay. Toronto. Okay, this is the whole league. Okay, Toronto is leading division. You're going to have to scroll that up a little bit.
Yep, I got you. I'm trying to maximize it here to make it so you can see a little bit better. Okay. Yes, we got Toronto, Detroit, and Houston are the AL leaders. The wild card are the Mariners, the Red Sox, and then the Yankees following in third. And then we have for the NL, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, Phillies, and then the Dodgers. And the Mets are third.
So Philadelphia is okay. Oh, Philadelphia is 6 games over the Yankees at this point in time. Okay. So, like I said, the Phillies, I mean, the Mets have lost 7 in a row. Okay. I mean, that's in the last 10 games, they're 1-9, Phillies 7-3. I knew that the Mets were in first place. I didn't realize they'd lost 7 in a row, though. The Yankees sputtering. I mean, they're still were the Mets in line to make the playoffs as of right now?
No.
Okay.
They were third in the wild card.
Okay, well, I think third wild card gets you in.
Oh, okay. Well, then yes, for the NL, then they would be in line to get in. Yes, they were third in the wild card.
And I think the Yankees were third.
They are third in the wild card as well. That's correct. So both the Yankees and the Mets are in line to make it in.
But the Yankees the Yankees are only half a game up in the wild card. It's like they made moves at the deadline. I don't think they were poor moves. Sometimes it just takes a while to re-gel, but I still don't think the Yankees are constructed properly. I don't know how long you hold on to Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone. How many years? Hal Steinbrenner supposedly said, no, I like this. We're going to bring these guys back. Why? Do you not care? I don't know. Terrible. Ryan Richards says, what's up, gangsters? What's up, Ryan?
What's up?
Alexander says, yes, I agree, Son X. TJ is jealous.
I know.
Jealous of your success.
It's not a good look.
Not a good look. Alexander says, the Los Angeles deferred Dodgers. I do kind of like that. It's got a nice little ring to it.
I know.
Freedom Front Event says, oh, my God, baby Liza is what, 2? No, she's 18 months. Almost 18 months. She's already climbed her first mountain, TJ's belly. So next, of course, your brother is set up to fail. And this also demonstrates that he knows nada about football.
That's right.
All I know is even on the tiny little screen that I saw, I said, that is not Jaden Daniels.
You picked that up real quick.
Right away. Well, that ain't Jaden Daniels.
All right, Grumpy. So here we go. More football. This is heartbreaking 450-pound Bucks rookie Desmond Watson was not allowed to play in last night's game because he needs to be in better shape and lose weight. You can just see how badly he wants to play. And here's a video here, Grumpy.
This guy, look at, oh my God. I mean, I don't want to rip him.
I think he's trying. I think he's trying to lose the weight, but I think it's really tough for him.
Look at his legs. This guy has knee replacement or torn something in his future. Dude, for your own self, lose some weight. I don't know how he got drafted. Look at that. Oh, my goodness.
He's the kid out of Florida.
Yeah. How does he even get drafted?
Because he was big, and he's used as a run stuffer.
And they won't even let him play because he's too fat.
Well, he's too out of shape. They said that he needs to lose some weight before he gets out there on the field.
Okay. You imagine how good he would be if he weighed 370? Because he's athletic. But, hey, take off 80 pounds, 70, 80 pounds. Let's see what happens. Okay. Every year, a team that was in last place the year before winds up making the playoffs. Isn't that what this whole thing's about?
Yes.
Okay. Let's take a look. Which of the 2024 last place teams is most likely to make the playoffs? X, I'm going to let you tackle this first.
My prediction for a team that's going to make the playoffs that was in last place the previous year, I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think I have 3 teams that I think that could potentially make it in.
Okay.
3.
All right.
My selections are the 49ers is number 1.
Okay.
I think if Christian McCaffrey has a bounce back year this year, they're going to be in contention to make the playoffs. Then I have my number 2 selection. It's probably going to be the New York Giants. I have them at number 2 to make it. And then my number 3 selection is going to be the New England Patriots.
Okay. I'm going to go 49ers also. with the potential, even though, man, they've traded a lot of guys off. I don't think the roster's is good. It's all about if McCaffrey stays healthy. I agree with that. Their running back situation, it doesn't matter. I don't want to be a running back playing for San Francisco because they all seem to get hurt every year. But I'm going San Francisco first. Second, oh my gosh.
It's tough, right? I just picked the 3 teams that I thought were most likely to have any shot to make the playoffs.
I would normally say the Chicago Bears.
No.
But Caleb Williams is just such a dumpster fire. I'm still going to put them in there as a potential to make the playoffs. And I think third will be the New England Patriots.
I knew you were going to say the Patriots. Knew it.
And it doesn't mean they're going to, but I think they'll certainly be in the mix later. I think Mike Vrabel's a good coach. People don't realize how bad Gerard Mayo was as coach last year.
Saints, no shot. They have no quarterback.
No quarterback.
Raiders, no shot, no offensive line.
No quarterback. Geno Smith.
Geno Smith's not bad. Geno Smith is serviceable at quarterback. I think
the Raiders. I think the AFC is just really tough.
It is. Browns, no shot. You got 6 quarterbacks on that team. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Tennessee, congratulations. You got Cam Ward, and that's it. You have nothing else. 22nd worst overall defense in the league last year. You ain't winning. Sorry.
I agree with that one, X.
Not happening. And then the Bears, yes, they have Caleb Williams, no shot. Sorry. No shot. Right.
I think San Francisco's if we're just picking, if we had to bet money on, I think San Francisco beat the team.
That's the one that I said is probably my number one most likely to make it in. All right, Grumpy. Then we have this here. It says the countdown of the top 100 players of 2025 continues. What do you think about numbers 60 through 41? So we'll pull up both here, Grumpy. This is number 60 through 51, and then we'll go to the rest. Cooper DeJean is number 60. Do you agree with that?
He's pretty good.
I'd say, yeah, he deserves to make top 100, especially for his performance in the Super Bowl, getting that interception. I think it was a pick 6, actually, right? If I'm not mistaken. It was a pick 6.
I just think these numbers are so down that Aiden Hutchinson,
I feel, is really underrated. I get it because he was hurt all last year, but before he got injured, he
didn't even play. He didn't even play last year. He didn't play at all.
He did play. He did play because he was up for Defensive Player of the Year at the beginning of the season. He was Defensive Player of the Year at the beginning of the season.
He was hurt he got knocked out in the preseason. He tore his knee up, right?
No, he broke his leg during the season last year.
What, in game 1? I thought it was during the preseason.
No, it was during the regular season.
Okay,
that he's too high because he was playing so well. That was the thing.
I don't see how you could say he was one of the top 100 players last year. I just don't see how you could say he didn't play.
I don't know.
Nick Bosa. Okay. I don't know.
Nick Bosa, I would say
yes. Too low. Terry McLaurin's too low. And Cooper DeJean too low. That's what I'll say from these guys. What's the next grouping? I don't even know the other groupings, honestly.
Okay, what do you think about Justin Herbert or Kyle Hamilton or Jared Verse, Joe Mixon, Stafford?
Jared Verse was pretty good. Stafford was last year. Joe Mixon, he's already hurt, right? I don't care.
This is for that. Okay. All right. Whatever. All right. We'll just go on to the next.
Mixon was really good last year.
You have no interest in discussing about it all. So,
okay. So we're looking at this group. I thought Baker Mayfield was better than 50.
I agree.
Tyreek Hill, too high. Sorry. Way too high. Will Anderson, wasn't he hurt too? Puka Nacua was just okay last year.
Yeah.
Jalen Carter should be higher.
Yeah, Jalen Carter, I agree, should be higher. What about Mike Evans? You love him a lot.
He's such a stat stuffer.
He was injured too last year.
44 is fine, I guess, for him. I don't know. And it's tough to judge linemen, honestly.
I agree. It's difficult. It is difficult.
Okay, Trent Williams, I would say, is better than Deion Dawkins. He should be higher. Will Anderson, he's okay. I don't know if he was that great last year. Jonathan Greenwald was okay. Eagles guys on defense, particularly cornerbacks, I don't know. I think their line is just so good it makes them look better. Jalen Carter's too low.
I agree. Jalen Carter is.
That's my big takeaway from this group. Jalen Carter too low.
I'd agree with you on that. I think Jalen Carter did deserve to be a little bit higher.
Yeah.
And then this is the last piece of football news that we have, Grump, and then we're going to jump into some baseball.
Okay. Cam Ward's preseason debut. 5 for 8, 67 yards, 89.1 passer rating, led a 65-yard touchdown drive. Okay. Tennessee's just bad.
Agreed.
Just bad. Your buddy Shedeur Sanders was pretty good, was he not? I know you don't like him. Shedeur Sanders was pretty good.
Shedeur Sanders was quote unquote good due to a Trevor Etienne muffed punt where he got the ball at the 7-yard line because they'd stopped him on his first 2 drives. They'd stopped him. And then Trevor Etienne muffed that punt, which gave them the ball at the 7-yard line, and he threw 1 pass for a touchdown.
Okay, but still, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm just saying, put any other quarterback in that situation at the 7-yard line, I'm sure they punch the ball in with 4 downs.
Okay, but I watched some of that game. He was hitting his underneath.
Remember, too, he's playing against the Carolina Panthers.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that he didn't play well. I thought for a 5th-round draft pick, I thought he looked fine. Did you want to talk about the Cleveland quarterback situation or no?
We can't. I think they're in trouble. I don't think they know what the hell they're doing.
Joe Flacco is probably going to be the starter.
Yeah, he will be the starter. Who do you think will be the number 2 there?
I think number 2 is probably going to want – and I like Kenny Pickett. I don't know if he's playing.
If he's healthy, it's going to be Kenny Pickett.
Okay. And then Shedeur Sanders. I just don't –
So you think Shedeur Sanders over the Huntley guy that they just picked up?
I think they have Huntley in there because they have so many guys hurt. Huntley's not going to make the team.
You don't think Huntley makes the team, so why would they have picked him up?
Because Flacco's out and Pickett's out and Gabriel's out. You still need arms to throw during preseason. You still need arms. You got 3 guys who are out. 3 guys who are out. So they want to see. I mean, I think Gabriel Dillon.
Dylan Gabriel. Remember, they also have Deshaun Watson as well.
Yeah. Well,
they also have Deshaun Watson. So you have to put that into perspective, too. He's still on the team.
He's not playing.
You don't think that he's ever going to get any playing time?
No.
Okay. I think you're mistaken. But
Okay. Then he should be the starter. I just don't think he's going to. I don't think they want him there.
At the end of the day, if they need to win games, I think they'll put him in.
Then he should start.
He might.
But Joe Flacco is penciled in as the starter on depth chart. He's better than Joe Flacco.
Also, Shedeur Sanders is the last quarterback that's on the depth chart.
Okay, but you're going to see next week he's going to move up the depth chart.
Did Dylan Gabriel even get any reps?
Dylan Gabriel looked bad, and he's hurt. Can't make the club from the tub. Somebody's going to be waived and put on the practice squad. If Shedeur Sanders continues to perform like he did in game 1, he will make the team. He will. No guarantee that that's the case. But Dylan Gabriel being out hurts him. Even as a 3rd-round pick, it hurts him. They're not going to cut him. They might try to sneak him through on waivers. I don't know what they're going to do. But Shedeur Sanders is going to be in the league this year. I don't know where. If he continues playing like he has, maybe they cut Pickett loose. Maybe. It's not about the right now for them anyway. It's about the future.
Yeah. I think a future with him is the wrong thing, and they'll find that out real quick.
Okay. But he performed well in his first preseason week.
Yeah, it's the Panthers.
Okay.
How many wins did the Panthers have last year? 3? 4?
No, they had more than that.
You think they had more than 4 wins last year?
I don't know how many they had. 5? 4 or 5? They were better at the end of the year than the beginning of the year. And again, it's week 1 of preseason. I'm just saying.
They went 5-12, and let's see who they beat.
Doesn't matter.
Well, it does.
They played better down the stretch. And it's again, you can't judge any of these guys based on week 1 of preseason, right? That's fair. That's fair to say.
They beat the Falcons, who were abysmal. They beat the Cardinals, who were terrible. Lost the Eagles. They beat the Saints, another terrible team. Smoked by the Commanders. They got killed by the Bears.
The Bears.
And then they beat the Raiders.
Last year has no bearing on this year. None.
Okay,
just none. Okay, it has no bearing on this year. Right? I'm just saying, for week 1 of free agency, put up Shedeur Sanders' stats for the first game of preseason. Because you're poo-pooing on him, but all I'm saying is he performed well. I mean, if you want
to take away one of those touchdowns because he really didn't deserve the touchdown. It was a mess up.
The way it works.
It was a mess up by the guy returning kick. Who will probably dropped off the team. Let's be honest.
The way it
will be dropped off the team.
Are you able to punch it in the end zone? They didn't have to settle for a field
goal. He wasn't able
to
the first 2 drives. He sure as shit wasn't able to the first 2 drives. Not until they absolutely not until Trevor Etienne spit the bit and muffed a punt. So he got the ball at the 7-yard line.
Okay.
So not until that happened. That is the only reason he was able to do that.
So you're absolutely on the record that Shedeur Sanders, you don't like him, which
I don't think he's that good of a quarterback. I really don't. Okay. I think he's extremely, extremely overrated. He played against a shitty Carolina Panthers team.
Okay. 11
Carolina Panthers team.
Would you say his numbers were very similar to Jackson Dart's?
No.
Well, his QB rating was higher. He had 2 touchdowns.
Because he had an additional touchdown that was off of a muff punt. That's why. Okay. That's the only reason why. Because he got the ball down at the 7-yard line.
Okay.
They don't muff that punt. He doesn't score the second touchdown.
Okay, but he still threw another touchdown pass.
Take it off the board.
Oh my God. But look at his passing. I watched that game. He looked fine out there. He did not look out of place.
Really, him running 60 or 30 yards backwards and barely getting the ball off is playing well. That's conducive in the NFL.
Just because you don't.
That's conducive in the NFL.
Did you watch all the other quarterbacks in their games? The answer is no.
No, I didn't watch all the other quarterbacks, but I can tell you how many times you see Tom Brady running 30, 40 yards backwards and throwing the ball up for grabs. How many times you see Tom Brady doing that? We saw Caleb Williams do it in the blue and white game. What did he do? He threw an interception. Expect to see a shit ton of that when he's out there on the field. Expect a lot of picks when he's playing against good defensive teams. Get ready for it.
Okay.
Get ready for it.
He did not look out of place.
The throw that he made on that touchdown, by the way, too, was in double coverage. If you do that throw against the Eagles, interception. That's picked. Against better cornerbacks and better secondary, interception.
Okay. Is it fair to say that his numbers compare favorably to all the other rookie quarterbacks who played in week 1
against
of preseason?
Against a brutal Panthers team?
They're all in preseason mode.
Against a brutal Panthers team.
Jackson Dart didn't even play a starter for Buffalo, right?
Against a brutal Panthers team.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. It matters who you're playing against. It matters who you're playing against.
They all played the same level of competition. And Jackson Dart did not play against any starters. Not a one.
Who did this guy play against?
He played against starters to start.
You're telling me that the Panthers started. You telling me the Panthers started all of their defensive players in this game? Is that what you're telling me? Derek Brown was out there starting.
Shedeur Sanders started the game for Cleveland. Jackson Dart came off the bench for the Giants. Buffalo did not play any starters. The Panthers played some starters. They absolutely
Who did they play as a starter? Who?
I don't understand.
If they played some, you should know who they were. Who?
Can you just take your hatred?
What Panthers players started?
Hatred from this kid away.
What Panthers players started?
And just say, you know what? For game 1 of the preseason, which admittedly means nothing, he looked like he was just as good as all the other kids out there.
He got stopped twice. He got stopped twice until a F up from Trevor Etienne. He got stopped twice until Trevor Etienne gave him a touchdown, gifted him a touchdown.
Okay.
Probably his dad paid Trevor Etienne to go ahead and muff that punt.
Oh my gosh.
He said, "Hey, my boy's out there struggling. I need you to go ahead and muff this punt for me. I'll give you a $50 million. Here you go."
I hope this kid starts for them and he does really well.
He's not going to. You can forget.
I just don't understand why you hate him so much. I don't understand.
He's not that good. He's not that good. You want to know why I hate him that much? I don't like Cam Ward that much. How much talk and how much discussion do you hear about Cam Ward compared to this freaking guy? To this 5th round draft pick?
Okay.
How much is Cam Ward in the news?
You're asking the question. Do you want me to answer the question? Or you just want to hear yourself talk? If that's what you want to do, that's fine.
No, answer it.
He absolutely got more publicity than Cam Ward. Absolutely. Because he's Shedeur Sanders' son, the fact that he slipped in the draft to the 5th round. So people want to root for him. They do. They want him to succeed, without a doubt. That does not mean that you cannot acknowledge that he did okay and comparable, very comparable to all the other rookies who played. The kid from New Orleans played today, the Slough kid. I think he threw a pick 6 to start. Then he come back and threw a touchdown pass. I mean, you can't turn the ball over and give up points. I mean, it's game 1 of preseason, which admittedly means nothing. I'm going to say it again, but you can't say he embarrassed himself out there. He didn't come out there and throw 5 picks, go 0 for 5 with 5 picks. He didn't do that. So you can't dump on him for something that he didn't do. I don't care if he was playing, the Chicago Bears 1985 or 86 defense, 85 defense. I don't care. That's not the case. He came out there and he performed as a rookie in his first NFL action in game 1 of preseason. He acquitted himself fine. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying he's going to be the greatest player of all time. I'm just saying for week 1, he did just as well as the other guys. That's all I'm saying.
He sucks.
Let's move on, X. I'm glad we did touch on that. Get your little blood up. I think we should have a Shedeur Sanders every week. Talk about him every week.
Good. I'll make sure to point out how absolutely abysmal that guy is every single week. Don't worry. I will absolutely do that. I will put it up every week. Look at how shitty this guy is. More interceptions by this guy. More terrible QBRs by this guy when he actually plays against a defense that's halfway competent.
Okay.
I'll make sure to put that up on blast every single week, and I won't forget it. I'll put it up how bad that guy is because he sucked in college and he's going to suck in the NFL.
That's fine. You could do that. Don't need to be swinging your neck around like that.
I ain't swinging anything around. You're pissing me off.
Okay, okay.
All right, so here we go. This is the first pitch in MLB history with a woman behind home plate is a blown call.
Make it bigger.
Chill. Calm down, please.
Make it bigger, X.
Talk about me being off the rails.
Make it bigger, X. Okay, let's see.
I can't make it any bigger. Okay, we're going to put it in slow-mo, okay?
Okay. Oh, that's a ball.
Wow.
I saw a clip that said she did okay, I think is what they said. You know what that means? She really sucked because they're not going to rip her.
And they were being nice. Yeah, yikes.
Again, why are there women behind the play? Is there a reason? Why?
Okay, here's the thing. I don't care if it's a man or a woman behind the plate. Put somebody back there who could do the job. Honestly, you know what? She's on par with the rest of the damn umpires in the MLB, if we're being honest. They all suck.
Okay.
She fits right in with the mix. She's just as bad as every single other umpire.
How old is she and how long has she been umpiring?
I'm going to say nowhere near as I agree with you. I think that she was pushed to the front of the line because she is a female. I agree. And I guarantee you some of the people who have served their time and served their dues down in the minors or in college are probably pissed off because they've been doing it for a really long time. I understand. I get where you're coming from. But then again, she's just as shitty as the rest of the umpires in the league. She's just as bad.
I'd like to know how old she is because she just smells of a DEI hire. That's all. That's what I want to know. How old she is and how long she's been umpiring and at what level. Has she has she been doing little league games and they just moved her up to the big leagues?
She is 48.
48. Ugh. Okay. Well, okay. How long has she been umpiring?
And
what levels?
Hold on.
At 48, man, she must have been in AAA for a long time. Or did she just take up umpiring last year? She wasn't great. That's
has been umpiring professionally for the past 10 seasons, having begun in
10 years. 10 years.
Gulf Coast League in 2016. She described feeling overcome with emotion after receiving word that she'd work in the MLB game earlier this week.
Terrible.
So she's been umpire for 10 years, and she started out in the Rookie League, Gulf Coast League in 2016.
So, yeah, okay. She's a DEI hire. That's fine.
I'm just saying she's right on par with being just as bad as the rest of the umpires in the league.
And now you're not going to see guys argue with her because they don't want to be accused of sexism.
Well,
I just say you suck. Get
true.
glasses. I remember Jerry Glanville saying something to a referee in the NFL, saying NFL stands for not for long when you make calls like that. Just do a better job. It would burn my ass if I was somebody who's been umping for 15 years and been in AAA for 10 and doesn't get the call.
I agree. All right, it says, and the first pitch called by a female umpire MLB game is, and then it's showing this right here as
it wasn't even close. It's not even close. I mean, okay, but here's the thing. I'm not going to dump all over her because I didn't see the game. I didn't watch it. I'm just going by
the one pitch that you saw. I agree.
One pitch that you mentioned and the fact that what I read says, she did okay, pretty much. They didn't say, man, she was spot on. She was 99% of her. They didn't say that. She was just okay. Okay. Speaking of okay, can you make this a little bigger? I can't read that.
Yep, give me 1 second.
Aaron Boone is the first Yankee manager since Ralph Houck to endure a stretch of 19-30 over or worse in 3 separate seasons. It never happened once under Joe Girardi or Joe Torre in their 22 combined seasons. Ralph Houck
showing here, it says the list of Yankees managers for which this happened in 3 separate seasons. Aaron Boone, Ralph Houck, and then Miller Huggins.
And Miller Huggins was, that's way, way, way back, pre-Babe Ruth back there, pre-Lou Gehrig. They didn't just dump managers every year. Ralph Houck managed the Yankees during the lean times after the glory years of the 50s and 60s. He came in, and they were just a bad team back then. And he was manager for a long time, too. Aaron Boone is a crappy manager.
Do you think he gets canned after this year?
He should have been fired the last 3 years. I've been
Do
talking
you think
to him.
he gets canned after this year?
Hal Steinbrenner seems to think he's doing just great. He should already be gone. Brian Cashman should be gone.
They'll win nothing.
Should be gone.
They'll win
they need
nothing.
to clean house.
They will win nothing with him at that.
I want them to not make the playoffs. It's the only way that you get teams to make change, particularly teams that make a lot of money. Maybe ownership thinks, well, gosh, you know what? We're in the hunt for, winning the pennant every year and maybe a World Series every year.
They're in the hunt for vacation destinations. That's about it.
But if ownership and upper management says, you know what? Hey, we're in it every year. We get to the playoffs. We usually get to the AL, the AL Championship Series. We don't win every year. We lost in the World Series. We're in the right direction. Maybe, and they think fans are happy. As a Yankees fan, I'm not happy with that. I'm absolutely not happy with that. They're just treading water. The American League is an easy league to win. There's no way they shouldn't win the American League. No way. This guy's a failure as a coach, as a manager. Cashman's a failure as a GM. That's just the way it is. Sorry. They got rid of Joe Girardi because he was too mean. He was too tough on Gary Sanchez. Gary Sanchez had the best year of his career under Joe Girardi. He's been an absolute hack ever since. He'll hit home runs, but he hits 200. You know what? It's sometimes tough love is what you need. These softy coaches that they have, these softy managers, you need tougher managers. They need somebody tough in there. Not this guy. He blows.
Agreed.
19-30. Yikes.
Here you go. It says the Yankees have a 19-30 record since June 13th, the worst mark in the American League. They've lost over 11 games in the AL East standings.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Terrible.
Pretty bad. All right, Grumpy. And then the next thing we have here, Alexander says that guy Frank the Tank
is a freaking moronic idiot, I'll say. I don't know. What did Frank do? Did he do anything?
He did do something. So it says here, we'll play this for you, Grumpy. Let me hide this comment real quick. Hold on. Let me pull this up and share it with you. All righty. Let me get the volume up here real quick, and we can go in. Here's Frank going on a rant.
Every day it's the same fucking thing. Every day it's the same fucking thing. No heart, no grit, no fight, nothing. Dumb plays, dumb coaching, and bad at bat after bad at bat after bad at bat. One mega bust, Soto. Mega bust. He is garbage. He will not make the Hall of Fame. He's going to be in the Hall of Shame. He is going to be worse and worse and worse every year. Like Lindor. Francisco Lindor. I'm glad they didn't make him captain. He fucking sucks. Alonso fucking sucks. Nemo fucking sucks. It's fucking over. And Somali got Frankie Montrose. That's his fucking give-up game. Meanwhile, Noah McClay, Brandon Sproat might give this team energy, but fuck no. We're going to throw out Frankie Montrose, Paul Trashburn, and Senga every day. Senga can't even go 4 fucking innings without fucking melting down. It's the same fucking thing. Next year, this team is a bust. They're never going to even compete again. Never going to compete again. And they're happy. They got Chapel Road, and they want to lose. They love to lose. They enjoy losing. That's because they're a bunch of fucking losers.
How much of that is an act?
I don't know.
All of it. All of it. It's all an act. Look at as soon as because he let it play and he hit instead of continuous rant and hitting the button, he stopped and then he hit the stop button. It's all a lie. It's all a lie. He's a liar. It's all an act for him. Just looking at that clip, it's an act. He's an actor. His act is worn thin with me. Sorry.
You think he's lying?
I think he's just putting on an act. That's what I think. Look at how calm he was when he hit the stop button. He's calm.
I don't know, the veins were still shooting out of his head.
He is an act. He's acting. He's an actor. That's fine. I'm just saying. I don't take anything he says serious anymore. It's all an act. He's just putting on a show. That's all he's doing. When I get angry, it's not an act.
All right, there it is.
If I went on a rant like that for a minute and a half,
Frank the Tank is an actor.
I'd still be breathing hard, and he should absolutely be breathing hard. I'd still be breathing hard because I got so worked up, and you could see it in my eyes. That guy, whoop, click. Oh, okay, stop. No, he's an actor, a liar.
He's a
fraud. He's a fraud. Frank's a fraud.
I was going to ask if you'd ever think if they made Frank the Tank trading cards, would they do relics of his game chewed material instead of game used material, game chewed material? So it would be a piece of his little chew toy that he has?
I don't think we need to worry about that, but I would say yes. He should sell his chewed up glasses. Somebody would buy them.
Somebody would absolutely buy them and pay a pretty penny for them. I got Frank the Tank's chewed up glasses or his little chew toy around his neck.
Yeah, no. Alexander says, Grump, do you think McDavid re-signs with Edmonton? Yes, I think he'll re-sign with them. Okay. I can't see. Edmonton will give him whatever he wants. Whatever he wants.
I agree.
5-year deal, 3-year deal, whatever.
Unless he really wants to leave and pulls a Tavares where he's just like, I'm not signing here.
And he wants to go to Toronto?
Yeah.
Because that's it.
Would you imagine? Would you say Toronto's a favorite to win now, the Cup?
Well, it's not this year. He's under contract for this year. It'd be for next year.
I'm saying next year if he leaves. Would you say? Because they're probably going to lose Tavares, right?
No, they re-signed Tavares.
Oh, they did. How many years?
3 years, I believe.
Okay, so he'd still be there. Well, would you say that they would be a contender to win the Cup if he signed there next year?
Yeah, sure. Any team that has Connor McDavid's a contender to win the Cup. Best player in the game, right?
You think that he would bring, because we've talked about this before about Toronto and how we just feel that they don't have the right pieces or the right mindset with the players they have on the team to get past that initial hump to win. Do you think that he would bring that tenacity to the team that could get them over?
I think you saw this year under Craig Berube that they were trending in that direction. They were the only team that gave Florida
any trouble. Yeah.
Any trouble.
Yeah, I agree.
Any at all.
I was just saying, maybe not so much this year, but last year they absolutely fought back that Edmonton team, right? Took it to Game 7.
This year, Edmonton just rolled over and died.
Yeah, this year they did. They absolutely did. But I'm saying the year before that, they took it to Game 7.
Yeah.
And I mean, you saw him in the locker room, right? And how he was pissed off. And he's like, this is a freaking joke. Like, we need to come out. I mean, he has, I'll say one thing. He never won. He's never won. But he definitely has the mindset of a winner.
In both years in the Stanley Cup Finals, he was silenced by Florida.
Well, it's because they just play guys on him all the time.
Florida's just good. Florida's good. How about Florida going after Connor McDavid? Who'd have to go? Got to trade for him.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get him.
No, they're not.
I can't see that as happening. I think he's going to sign back with Edmonton. But, I mean.
Okay, if he doesn't sign back with Edmonton, it'll be brutal when he goes back to play there. Brutal. But I could see him going to Toronto. They say does he want to go home to Toronto?
What if he says he likes the direction the Islanders are going with their future?
No, that's never happening. Never. Okay, and here just JP says, I don't believe Kaprizov ever makes the free agency. It's difficult.
Now, yeah.
I mean, the salary cap is so high now, and it's going to go up higher next year. If you really want somebody, you can afford them. Yep. I believe that Suter and Parise are finally off the cap next year. So they're going to have money. Minnesota's going to have money to sign it. And he might like it there. They can always outbid somebody because the contracts are going to be 7 years. And 7 years right now you can sign a guy on your own team to an 8-year extension. When the CBA kicks in next year, it's only a 7-year extension max and 6 if you trade teams, as opposed to 7 and 8 like it was now this year. So things are just going to change. But Connor McDavid, I think he'll stay in Edmonton. They've done everything to build around him. Their defense needs better. They need a better goalie. I mean, I'd break the bank trying to get a goalie if I was them. That's what I would. And maybe a solid defensive defenseman. You don't need offense. Absolutely not. You need solid defenseman and a goalie.
Mm-hmm.
Kaprizov wouldn't shock me if he resigns. That'd be a real coup for the Islanders getting him, though.
That would be nice.
Alexander says, Son X, who did you idolize growing up? In which sport? Like multiple sports. You can talk multiple sports. I know who it was in baseball for you.
It was Jeter in baseball.
Jeter was absolutely
player for certain. I mean, I wasn't really a kid when I idolized Ronaldo, but I would say probably Cristiano Ronaldo in soccer. He was like the first soccer player that I really liked. Shoot. I don't really know if I had one in basketball. Football, I would say, is Tom Brady. And then in college, for certain, it was Baker Mayfield's my favorite college football player of all time. Always will be. Always will be. Always have Bake. Always holds a spot in my heart forever. Will always. I'd say that's pretty much it for sports. You know, those are probably the guys that I idolized in sports.
I knew Jeter. If you had to say
it was number one idol as a kid, as a younger kid, was definitely Derek Jeter. He absolutely was. He was a player that I loved watching all the time growing up.
There you go. Yep. The Ozone says best in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom Fund Adventure goes, no, I mean the notification from YouTube. Maybe it's a preset because we are notified for the Islanders podcast.
Yeah, that's something I'm going to have to ask. Oh, yeah, that's something I'm going to have to ask TJ. I'm not sure on how to do that.
Okay.
I'll have to figure it out from him. I'll have to get in contact with him and see if he can walk me through how to do a notification or something on there.
Yeah, X. Let's get on a stick, X. Alexander says, and Frank the Tank is a clown, and no, they're 5.5 games back of the Phillies. Yeah. Like I said 2 weeks ago, I was like, oh, Mets are in first place still. Okay. And they've been just horrendous. But they are 1.5 games up for the third wild card. Okay. I mean, they just got to right the ship, right? Their pitching acquisitions haven't been great yet, but, these guys are changing. Okay.
And here Frank says Juan Soto is mega bust. He will go down as the worst contract ever. That is clear as day. Grumpy, do you feel the same about Juan Soto? I know you were praising his high hopes when he used to play for the Yankees.
I don't think he's going to be the worst contract ever signed. And okay, so he's struggling this year. That's fine. You know what? He's going to be there a long time. So, and every time these guys sign a huge deal like that, usually the first year they struggle, they try to put everything on their shoulders. He was really struggling mightily early in the year. been okay the second half of the year. He's not the reason why they're losing games. Just isn't. Pete Alonso was great to start the year. He's been almost invisible the last month and a half. He's starting to hit now a little bit. But, I mean, when your big guys aren't hitting,
it's tough.
That's what happens. I mean, Pete Alonso is going to be a free agent at the end of this year. At the beginning of the year, he played like a guy, okay, he's going to get a mega contract. Not so much down the stretch so far. Wickerman says the Mets are collapsing. Hopefully they can put it all together and make the playoffs like the bullpen moves, but they really need a real bat. All they need is the guys who are paid to produce. Lindor, Soto, Alonso. That's Viento has been terrible this year, right? Have they been great? No. Francisco Alvarez is underperformed behind the plate. I mean, they're still in the playoff hunt. Every team goes through, peaks and valleys in the season. If they get hot the last month of the season, who knows? Manaya's back. Okay. Frankie Montas is back. You never know. You never know. Senga has been pretty good all year. Okay, he wasn't great last time out. It happens. Had a couple of bad starts. It happens. Peaks and valleys. Alexander says, I think the Giants, talking about the team that can make the playoffs. I don't think the Giants.
He agrees. I think the Giants got a shot. Okay. And he says here, Grumpy, they set Gerard Mayo up to fail. I'm sorry, that team was bad.
He's a crappy head coach. He will never be a head coach in the league again. Ever. Never, ever. Never freaking ever. No. I saw his opening day press conference, and X, you can tell me this, when he's talking more about.
Yes, I remember this. When he was talking more about the
diversity,
team,
equity, inclusion, and
opposed to we need to do this to get better. Yeah.
I'm like,
it means your mindset isn't on winning.
It's right. It's on other things. And that's fine. If you want to do that, that's fine.
By all means, but then don't complain when your team doesn't play well, or you're focused on other stuff other than winning. Your mind is not on winning games at that point in time. It's on other things, which is fine. That's fine, but it's not conducive to winning games. It just isn't. You got to be fully devoted 100% in. You know what? We need to focus on our offense. We need to focus on our defense. Not, we need to focus on an issue here or there.
And X, you remember I called you like 10 minutes after his press conference was over.
And you said it's not going to turn out well for them.
He's going to flame out. And he was terrible.
You had high hopes that he was going to be. You thought that he was going to be a really, really good coach.
I like Gerard Mayo. Yeah.
You liked him as a player, and you thought, okay, if he transitions and has the same mentality as he did when he played on the field, they're going to be a good team. They're going to be a really good team.
Then all the stories came out how, when in Belichick's last year, how he was undermining Belichick, and he knew that he was going to be the next head coach because it was promised him by Robert Kraft, the owner, and he carried himself like that. It didn't matter how bad they performed. He knew he was safe.
Yep.
Well, guess what, dude? That means that you're not preparing for the next gig. You're not earning it. It's handed to you.
Yep.
He was absolutely a DEI hire. Mike Vrabel, totally different. Totally different.
Yeah, I don't know why nobody picked up Mike Vrabel, but anyway.
He talked too mean.
He was too mean,
to some of the other teams. He talked too tough. You know what? It's football. It's football. It's not Madden. It's real life football. Freedom Fund Adventure goes, the thing about Big Dez is he is very talented, fast, and athletic, but here at UF, you have some of the best nutritionist trainers and can literally get all your food for a day from the facility cooked for you. Okay, you don't think they have that?
They definitely have that in the NFL.
I bet you they put him on a diet.
Oh, they definitely do, and I guarantee you, he has a nutritionist that's with him all the time. I think he's somebody who's built where he struggles to lose weight. I think he just has that build where it's really, really difficult for him to lose weight.
It reminds me of a story about WWE when Yokozuna. Remember Yokozuna?
Yes.
Big Japanese guy,
like thin face, right?
No, that was Rikishi.
Oh,
Yokozuna, but they were related. Yokozuna was like 650, 700 pounds. They sent him to Duke Weight Loss Clinic, and somehow he gained weight. Well, he was sneaking out at night and going to fast food restaurants and just gorging himself. Some people just can't help themselves. He's dead now, right?
Yeah.
That's why I worry about this kid. Please, just for your own health, get better. Alexander says, talking about Hutchinson, he broke his leg in October. Okay.
That's why I was telling you. I knew he definitely played last year because he was up for contention for Defensive Player of the Year at the beginning of the season. Everybody's like, wow, he's playing so well this year. He is lights out better than any other defensive player. And then he ended up breaking his leg, which I can't watch that. But yeah, it was gross. I saw it. Ugh, disgusting. Can't do it. Hate that stuff.
Freedom Front Bench says, based on the nutrition program set for you and all your supplements, Big Dez must have an emotional or psych thing where he eats because he never kept the weight off when set up to win. He was big as shit in Florida too,
He was really big in Florida. He was like almost 500 pounds in Florida.
And
the thing is, I mean, they utilized him as a 500 pounder, right? He was in there for run stuff. That was it.
Yeah.
He wasn't in there for anything else.
Yeah. And Alexander Edge Hutchinson had 7.5 sacks in 5 games. It was a big loss for Detroit.
He was the best defensive player last year until he got hurt. He was the best.
Do you think Detroit's going to be as good as they were last year?
No, and I think they're never going to win anything with Jared Goff as quarterback.
Yeah, Jared Goff is smart, and I just wonder what the new offensive coordinator is going to do.
When it got tough for Jared Goff, what did he do? Interception after interception after interception. Let's be honest, right?
Okay. I just wonder what the new offensive and they lost both their coordinators.
Which is going to hurt them. It for certain is going to hurt them.
I think Aaron Glenn is going to bust out. Ben Johnson, I don't know what to think of him. I mean, Chicago did everything they could to get weapons around Caleb Williams. I've been unimpressed with him. But I think
sucks. That's why
I thought he was overrated coming out of college. You remember who I said was going to be the best quarterback coming out of the draft? You remember?
Drake May.
Yes. Drake May. And I admitted Jaden Daniels. I did not know enough about him, even when he won the Heisman playing for LSU. He's also quite a bit older.
And here's what I will say about Jaden Daniels, right? How did CJ Stroud look his first year compared to his second year?
Really good.
I think the same thing's going to happen with Jaden Daniels. Now the teams have film on him and they know his tendencies. I think he's going to struggle a little bit more his second year, just like CJ Stroud struggled his second year. So remember, everybody thought CJ Stroud was, oh man, the Texans, they're the favorite to win the Super Bowl next year. Oh my God, he's so great. All this, that, and the other thing. Well, guess what? When your team picks up some injuries and you lose some guys, you don't look as good anymore. True. And I think the same thing can happen to Jaden Daniels too. If Terry McLaurin goes out with an injury like Nico Collins did last year, let's see how good he looks next year if that happens, or this year if that happens. I think you're going to see him take a step back.
McLaurin is still sitting out. I mean, honestly, Terry McLaurin is really a great locker room guy, a great type of guy you want on your team.
A winner.
That Deebo Samuel contract.
Debo's going to suck. And I always was high praise. Debo's going to suck. He's out of shape. He's not looking good shape.
It just rubbed. I guarantee it rubbed Terry McLaurin the wrong way.
Absolutely, it did.
And admittedly so. When you're a good soldier doing all the right things, and you sign a guy who just won't stay in shape either. Deebo Samuel, and I like Deebo Samuel, but he can't. If he was in shape, he's phenomenal. He's better than Terry McLaurin, but he can't or won't keep himself.
Some players have it in them to do what they need to do, and others don't. It's just the way the beast, and it's just how the person is. It's how the individual is as a person.
Yes,
you either have that want to do well, get better, stay in shape, do what you need to do to perform at the highest level, or you don't.
True. Meatball Palmer says, "Is the whole family in South Carolina?" No, we live in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander says Watson is not coming back till next season. That's right. He tore his. I think did he tear another Achilles? I don't know what he did. Yeah, he's not playing this year. I didn't
know that.
They got a lot of injuries to the quarterback room in Cleveland. I didn't
know he was done for the year.
Yeah, he's
must have been a massage-related injury.
The owners around the league hate Jimmy Haslam.
Oh, he tore his Achilles in the offseason. I did not know that.
They hate Jimmy Haslam because he gave him a fully guaranteed contract. So now what do you see all the other players? Well, gosh, Deshaun Watson got a fully guaranteed contract. That's what I deserve.
Yeah.
And it's been bad for them. Alexander says Shedeur Sanders will not be good. And that's
agree.
Okay. And that's fine. He might not be good.
He's going to be a bust.
Not
a bust. He drafted fifth round.
All I said was based on I don't think it was because of his talent that he dropped to the fifth round. I think it was a lot of other things. All I'm saying is in week 1 of preseason, he did just as well as the other rookies. That's all I said. Gungu says Justin Field last night kicked butt, but will the Jets season ultimately stink like a gaseous rear-end gashly blast? What do you think?
Rear-end gashly blast.
It's the Jets. They're the Jets. Gungu says the Mets and the Yankees both blow. Sun X, make sure you never eat the yellow snow. Noted. Gungu adds, how is TJ enjoying his retirement? Was the Exxon Valdez unkind to the environment? Do you even know about the Exxon Valdez X? Probably not.
I'm assuming it's the gas station Exxon.
No, it was not the gas station Exxon.
Okay,
Exxon is an oil company. There are Exxon gas stations.
Okay.
But they were transporting oil and they ran aground and spilled it all in the Alaska area. The crude oil just all over the place.
I would say it probably was not kind to the environment.
Probably not. And TJ is not retired. He is working. Alexander says they need to implement the AB system like they did in
automated balls and strike system. I agree 100% because the umpiring in the league as a whole is miserable, terrible.
100% agree.
Get rid of them. Great. We're paying them to screw up calls. That's about it. That's all they're getting paid to do.
100% agree. James Farrell says, guys, is it true that Micah Parsons was traded to the Ravens? I know he made a trade request. I don't think he's been traded yet.
And
I don't think he's going to be traded either.
Alexander said no, that he did not.
Okay. Alexander also said they saved the ball from that game too, guys, for the female umpire game. Well, that's fine. No, I don't. You know what? I don't know.
I'm not saying yikes that they saved the ball because she's a female umpire. I'm saying yikes the fact that it's going to be known as a ball.
Oh, the first ball. Yeah.
It's what is it? Its image is marred, I guess, right?
It should be signed by the pitcher, the catcher, and the batter. The pitcher saying thanks, the catcher saying double thanks, and the batter saying do better next time or whatever. Congrats on calling a strike when it was a ball.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think, honestly, if she didn't take herself so seriously, that would be funny. Yep, absolutely. I missed, because they miss calls.
All the time.
It's the fact that she missed the first call. That was so obviously a ball, and she called it a strike.
But then again, as I said earlier, she fits in the rest of the umpiring staff in the MLB.
That's fair. Gungun says, Son X, how far did you get playing baseball and what position? Is Phil Spax a hot take magician?
I played third base and outfield, and I played a little bit in college. That was the furthest I went.
And Phil Spax, we love Phil, but he's just there to, it's tough for him.
Trolling.
He's a troll, but it's tough because he's not a Darsh guy. Gungu says that the Mets and the Yankees don't make the playoffs, do both managers get the axe? At Grumpy Mansion, how many snacks has he allowed Max?
Whoa. You think they both get the axe, Grumpy?
I don't think Mendoza will get fired. I don't know if Steve Cohen is the type of guy who just fires guys willy-nilly. This is Mendoza's second year. The Mets got to didn't they get to the NFC National League Championship Series
last year?
The Dodgers?
Yes, they did last year, and then they ended up losing to the Dodgers. Yeah,
it's a little early.
I'll say if the Mets make the playoffs, no, I don't think he gets the axe. I think Aaron Boone
should be fired even if they win the World Series. And the same thing with Cashman. Get rid of both of them.
If they win the World Series, he's not going.
Yeah.
And then how many snacks is allowed Max, Grumpy?
Whatever I want.
All right.
King of the castle. King of the castle. Alexander says, I don't think it's all on Mendy. Mendy? Oh, talking about Mendoza. Yeah, I don't think so either. Gungu says Soto has become the king of the meaningless solo home run. Son X, do you know which controversial Mets slugger was known as Kong? You were not born at this time.
I'm gonna say no.
Dave King Kong Kingman.
Wouldn't have got that.
He was in the Saturday Night Massacre. He was traded to San Diego the same night that Tom Seaver was traded to the Cincinnati Reds.
Oh,
Saturday Night Massacre. And that was it. Boy, the fans
Yep.
were revolted with that. Gungun says, Son X, to show that you're learning about the NHL, which team could you build your team around in 2025? Ovechkin or McDavid? Were Cheech and Chong always wasted?
I would build my team around McDavid.
There you go, X.
Absolutely.
Now
Pick
that
my
is
team
it.
around McDavid. That was a pretty easy one. That was,
If you would have missed that, X.
yeah, it would have been bad. But yeah, no, I would definitely at this point in time in their careers, yeah, it's McDavid.
No one is building a team around Ovechkin. And I think
Prime Ovi, though. Prime Ovi, that would be consideration.
No.
Prime Ovechkin over McDavid? You wouldn't.
No.
You would,
No. McDavid was always a better player than McDavid was always better than Ovechkin. He plays at center as well.
I'm sorry. Okay. You think McDavid would be as successful back in the day when Ovi first came to the league as he is now? When you can actually hit guys?
Yes.
You can actually hit guys?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. He'd be coming off the ice crippled.
I don't think so. He's a great skater.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. You're a great skater. You're getting lit up after the play. You're getting lit up after the play. Does that happen all the time?
Ovechkin had a
reputation to be able to
reputation.
fight back then, too.
Oh, now I'm not talking about fighting. Ovechkin, I think, he body checks more. He's a more physical player. But
he's an all-around player.
Early on in his career, he had a rep as just being a me guy, a stats guy. It wasn't until the last 6, 7, 8 years when people were saying, "Oh, okay, Ovechkin, he's changed since winning that cup. He's absolutely changed his reputation around the league." People were Crosby over Ovechkin, 9 days out of 10.
Crosby had the cups. That's why.
That's what it takes.
Okay, but Crosby played on a way better team than Ovechkin did back then.
But Crosby was known as a winner. Ovechkin was not.
His team was good.
Okay, but Washington was really good for a lot of years. They won President's trophies. They just couldn't beat Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh was a better overall team.
I'm not saying they weren't, but what I'm saying is he didn't put them over the top. What Crosby did. And absolutely McDavid does that. Absolutely. Alexander says, he pissed off Draisaitl that he got the extension before him? Well, Draisaitl's contract was up before his. It doesn't matter what Draisaitl get. He's going to get more.
Oh, yeah, he will.
I mean, he'll get more. Draisaitl gets what, 14.5, 14.75? McDavid will get 18, 19.
You think he'll be the highest paid player in the league?
Absolutely, he should be. Best player in the league.
Yep.
Best player in the league.
I agree.
Freedom Fund Event says, "Oh, not that idiot Frank the Tank. Come on, this is fake bad acting. Only the dumbest in society waste time watching this type of idiot stuff. You're a sucker if you watch it." He must be talking about you, X.
I think so. I'm catching strays on that one.
Alexander says Michael Kay thinks that Aaron Boone is managing the way the Yankees would want them to coach. Well, Michael Kay works for the Yankees. He does not rip the Yankees. And he's, they tell him what to say. I don't hate Michael Kay, but don't think that he at times does not cover for the Yankees. I believe he does. Gungun says, will Aaron Glenn be a better head coach than Smiling Salah? Grumpy, remember the TV show that starred Chaka? Chaka. That was Land of the Lost.
Yes, and that was okay. I was thinking of the movie.
Okay,
Will Ferrell, because Chaka was in the movie with Will Ferrell as well.
Okay,
I did not realize it was a TV show.
It was a TV show for many years, a Saturday morning show, like it would come on, 12 o'clock, something like that.
Like a cartoon.
Land of the Lost on NBC, I believe, was on NBC. Land of the Lost, and then they made the really bad movie with Will Ferrell. Overrated Will Ferrell. Aaron Glenn.
Who else was in that movie who had a very small role in that movie?
I don't know.
He lives in Charleston, South Carolina.
That's no help. I don't know what people live.
Danny McBride.
Danny McBride, another overrated actor.
I like Danny McBride.
I know you do. He's better in really small doses.
I think he's hilarious.
I don't think.
I
okay. And is Aaron Glenn going to be better than Robert Saleh? No, I don't think so. Aaron Glandon says Javier Baez is one of the worst contract signings ever. And I'm saying that about a member of my favorite, the Detroit Tigers. Hopefully we can find a way to hold on and win the AL Central. Go Lions. I'm rooting for the Detroit Tigers. I'd love to see them win. I just think the Lions are going to take a step back. I just have a feeling. Last year was their time to win.
Yep.
And
Jared Goff crapped down his leg with 5
Dan Campbell is just not a great head coach.
Dude, no. That was Jared
Goff. Going for it on fourth down.
That was Jared Goff, man. The pick six at the first interception he threw was a pick six.
Okay.
He had 5 turnovers in that game. 5. He had 5 turnovers. Okay. That's on him. That's on your quarterback.
Going for it on fourth down all the time.
Dude, that's not the reason they lost. They were down. He had 5 turnovers in that game. I don't think
he had 5 turnovers.
Oh, my God.
And here's the thing. Maybe when the game was over, he turned the ball over a couple. No. I'm not saying Jared Goff is great, but I just don't think Dan Campbell's a great head coach. I think Aaron Glenn did a hideous job as a DC in that game. Hideous. They couldn't stop anything. Who beat them? Was it Green Bay who beat them?
No, it was the Commanders. He had 4 turnovers in the playoff game against the Commanders, specifically 3 interceptions and 1 fumble.
Okay. They're deep. What score did they lose? Was it like 50-something to – what was the score they lost?
Let me look up the score here. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. I got to go back in time over here. Give me 1 second. I got to go to the year. Let's see. Detroit Lions. Come on, thing. All right, here we go. It's loading. They lost that game. What the hell?
Just look up the playoffs.
I am chill. I'm pulling it up. They lost that game 45-31.
Yeah. They couldn't stop
with 4 turnovers. 4 turnovers. You're telling me if they didn't turn the ball over 4 times, you don't think they win that game?
Okay. All I remember is their
one
defense.
Was a pick 6 too. One was a pick 6 as well. So you got to put that in there.
That was late. That was late.
No, the pick 6 was at the beginning of the game. You're wrong.
Okay.
You're wrong.
Okay. Bottom line, their defense was horrible. Aaron Glenn got absolutely pantsed in that game. They did. They could not stop Washington. Every third down, Washington converted. They could not stop them. I'm not saying Jared Goff is the greatest quarterback. Their defense, you give up 45 points in a game, your defense isn't good enough. It's a home game. You couldn't stop anybody.
Yeah, it was the second quarter. Quan Martin had a 40-yard interception return.
Okay. Brady did that too. They were down 28-3. Brady won it back. Brady's great. Jared Goff is not Tom Brady. Their defense, but what happened after that game? When it was 28-3, the defense didn't give up any more points. They got rolled in the second half. Rolled. They could not stop Washington. Could not stop Jaden Daniels. Couldn't do it.
Okay, it's on Jared Goff. Regardless what you think, that game is on
Jared 45 Goff. Points, giving up 45 points.
4 interceptions. Okay, they really didn't give up 45 points. You got to take 7 points off the board from him giving up those points. Their defense didn't give that up. He did with the pick 6.
All they needed to do was stop them. They
not in their defense. He did.
He went for it how many 4th downs and they didn't convert.
Well, you have to start going forward when your team's down by a ton. They know you're going to throw the ball every time too when your team's down by a ton. They should have run the ball a lot more and said, "Hey, Jared Goff, you're not a good quarterback. We're taking the ball out of your hands."
You realize that's what Dan Campbell does, right? Whoever tells him go for it on 4th down, go for it on 4th down. How many times they don't get it? The year before against San Francisco, going for it on 4th down twice. It doesn't happen. They lose that game by
Jared Goff having 4 turnovers in that game is the reason they lost.
Dan Campbell, players win games, coaches lose.
You don't like Dan Campbell. That's why you think he's the reason they lost. The pick 6 that they had in the second quarter and him throwing 3 interceptions and having a fumble is the reason they lost that game.
I do not dislike.
You do dislike Dan Campbell. Don't lie. You absolutely do dislike Dan Campbell. You think he's stupid because he goes for it on 4th down all the time.
Okay.
He takes risks. You said so yourself. You do not like him.
Okay. I didn't say I don't like him.
You did.
What I said was I like Dan Campbell. I just think, and I don't even think he's the guy making the decisions.
Spin your lies somewhere else.
They tell
he's as a head coach. Be honest.
I think and I don't think it's even him. I've said this before. I don't think he's the guy who
You're
makes
lying.
those decisions to go for it. The robots in the
Lying.
front office, and they're loaded with them in Detroit, are the guys who tell them when to go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. It just is. Don't go for it every single fourth down. And what's it going to be like when you don't have Ben Johnson making the play calls? We're going to find out. Maybe we're going to have to scale it back a little bit. Who knows? Alexander says Aaron Glenn will not be a good head coach. Watch. Yeah, he will not be.
Spin your web of lies somewhere else, Grumpy. You have said so yourself that you do not like Dan Campbell. We all know
I don't like him.
Yes, you have. You said
I don't think he's a great. I don't think he's a great head coach.
Stop.
I don't think he's a
good head coach. I think they had the wrong guy at the helm. And it's the same thing with Sam Darnold, right? Everybody thought Sam Darnold was a world beater. Oh, Sam Darnold's great. When they get to the playoffs, they can't do it.
When I said Dan Campbell's going to cost them games, they're going to cost them playoff game, and he did.
He didn't cost them that game. You're wrong.
Going for it on fourth downs all the time. How many times?
4 turnovers is what cost them that game.
Here's the thing. If TJ was still here, I'd want him to pull up how many times they went for it on fourth down in that game. And I bet you they didn't convert.
You think that's the reason that they lost, not the fact.
You're giving them the ball.
They gave them the ball 5 times in that game.
How about kicking field goals? How about kicking some field goals?
5 times in that game.
It was 4. You just said it was 4. Now it's 5.
He had 4 turnovers. Okay. Remember, whoever the wide receiver was, I can't remember what his name is, Williams, threw an interception also in that game. They had 5 turnovers in that game. 5.
Okay. You know what? That's right. You got to win the turnover.
The entire set. You're making me lose my mind over here.
Okay, but here's the thing. Dan Campbell doesn't know or is not allowed to be who he is. He was not like that when he was coaching in Miami. Absolutely wasn't go for it on fourth down all the time. It's the analytics geeks who tell him you've got to go for it. That's what I firmly believe. Gungu says, will the Islanders never say die have guests back at some point? Grumpy, did you ever pass a joint? Oh, we always pass on the joints. No joints. And the Islanders Never Say Die podcast. I'm sure there'll be a time where we have guests on the show. No telling when.
Swinging things first.
Yeah, we want to get X swinging a little bit. Want to get him in there swinging.
Yeah, want to get me acclimated to the environment first, and then once I get some confidence build up, and then maybe midway through the season or something, we'll probably try and do something like that. So.
Yeah. Alexander says, wow, X, knowing more about shows and movies than TJ. Very impressive. Well, okay. And it's not really not that impressive because TJ knows absolutely nothing. But now X does know about that.
A little bit. He
absolutely does. TJ, no.
Nothing.
Aaron Glandon says, I didn't think I could cause a good argument about the Lions, but I did. Thanks, boys, for putting on a good show. I love it. Thanks, guys. I enjoyed it. Very fun.
Yep. No worries. And then, Grumpy, last thing here for today. Breaking news, there is a no bag policy that has been implemented for tonight's WNBA game in an attempt to crack down on the dildo throwers. I don't know if you were aware, Grumpy, but there have been dildos being thrown out on the courts at the WNBA games.
Okay, as funny as this is, and it's hilarious, I thought there was only one a few weeks ago. So it's been like an epidemic now?
I think it's happened twice now. I want to say it's happened 2 times. Since the first, I think it's happened twice.
Okay.
We did have the first incident.
All I'm going to say, just because you don't have a bag does not mean that you can not smuggle in a dildo. Right?
Oh, yeah, that is okay. Yeah, that is.
That's fair to say, right? I don't think that no bag policy could stop anybody. There could be ways to smuggle one in other ways. That's all I'm saying.
I see where you come from. And then Alexander sent us this real quick, Grumpy.
There's Michael K.
Yeah. Believes that Aaron Boone is managing the New York Yankees exactly the way the organization wants him to.
To lose?
I guess.
So everybody that listens to the show knows that I am not anti-Boone the way most are. Because I think that Aaron Boone is managing the way the organization wants him to manage. Those are the rules of engagement. This is his 8th year. He's always managed this way.
Shitty.
And they just gave him a 2-year contract extension at the beginning of the year.
He blows.
So if he was as bad as we're all making him out to be,
he is.
Why would they throw good money after bad? This would be the last year of his deal.
They're stupid.
8th year of his contract. but they added 2 more. So I think he's doing exactly what they want him to do.
Just keep making
which is to treat the players with kid gloves.
Boo.
Never air them out publicly. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. That's why I won't even entertain that. I have no idea what he's doing behind the scenes.
Dildos.
My guess is he's not in their grill. That's my guess. That's my guess. But there are a couple of things that he did that defy explanation for me. Defy explanation.
He sucks.
And let's just go back to the Texas series, which concluded on Wednesday.
You need
night,
a bag for his
Wednesday afternoon. So in the second game, after Devin Williams blew the first game,
because he blows,
he brings in Devin Williams in the 8th inning as if that's not putting him in a pressure-packed situation. Of course it is, because that was the heart of the order. So just because he's not pitching the 9th inning, if he's not pitching well, he's not going to pitch well in the 8th inning. And he didn't. And there were several opportunities to get him out of there. And one of the excuses that Aaron gave, which I want to pull my hair out, he didn't go to Leiter.
Look, he's bold.
In that big of a situation, because Leiter had not pitched in a while. It wasn't fair to him. Okay, full stop.
What about Nestor Cortez?
But you went to Nestor Cortez.
Thank you.
Who had not pitched in over a month.
Thank you. Called it.
In a World Series defining game 1.
Wham! Grand slam.
You wouldn't go to Leiter because he had not pitched a lot.
Series over.
But you went to Nestor Cortez in game 1 of the World Series. Make that make sense to me.
Series over.
Make it make sense to me.
No sense. Nonsense.
Now, I know that Tuesday was a big game. Was it bigger than game 1 of the World Series?
Probably not. No. Yeah, that's fine. Because Aaron Judge is a clown. I'm sorry. Aaron Boone is a clown.
And then we got one last comment there, Grumpy, to wrap up the show.
Left my butt off. I'm dying over here.
Yeah. All right, Grumpy, anything you want to say before the end of the show?
I just want to say love and laughter to everyone who listens and even those who don't. From TJ and Son X.
All right. And I want to thank everybody for coming out and listening as always. Love the interaction, the comments, and we will see you guys
next Sunday, 8 o'clock.
next time.
Next time.